Mungu ibariki Afrika, wabariki viongozi wake, hekima, umoja na amani. Hizi ni ngao zetu Afrika.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Cedric Ishimwe. If you're a returning viewer, thanks for coming back. But if you're new here, where have you been? At the moment, I'm standing in Johannesburg, the business city, the CBD of South Africa. The CBD of Johannesburg, because South Africa will be heading to the memorandum on May 29th, 2024 to elect national and provincial lawmakers in the contest that experts believe will be very hard, will be among of the tightest since the first post-apartheid democratic elections of 1994. The ruling party, which is the African National Congress, once led by the late global icon Nelson Mandela Madiba, has dominated South African politics for the past 3 decades. The feeling across the board is that his election will be the toughest for the ANC and its current leader, President Cyril Ramaphosa. So you may ask yourself, who votes and for what? For your own information, there are over 27 million registered voters in the country, across the country, of some of 62 million, right? So they will be voting for lawmakers of provincial registrations, right? As well as 400 members of the parliament known as National Assembly, right? So guys, voting is on the party basis and the parties get seats in the parliament, right? So these national lawmakers will then elect the president, which means that the party who wins the elections gets ultimate power in the country. Another question which you need also to ask yourself: who are the competitors? How many people are going to compete in this memorandum? There are a total of 70 registered political parties in the running who are running these elections, right? But all eyes are on the ANC, which is the leading party, African National Congress, led by Cyril Ramaphosa, and DA, which is Democratic Alliance, which is also the largest opposition force in the parliament. They are followed by the left-wing Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, by Julius Malema, the country's third largest party, as well as the Inkatha Freedom Party, which is IFP. I don't know who led this party. Anyways, the ANC, which is currently has 230 seats in the parliament, has secured more than 60% in all elections since 1994, except in 2019, when it's actually shade dipped into 57.5%. So many opinions on the memorandum suggest that the ANC might not be able to close to 50% mark needed to win and avoid a runoff or a collusion, but the jury is still out. Some of the professor, I'm not going to mention this professor, but it's a professor of politics at the University of South Africa, said, right? So this professor, he believes that the ANC might just squeak through owing to the advantage of being the ruling party, right? Another researcher at the Pretoria-based Human Sciences Research Council said traditional parties still seem to have the numbers, but new entrants as well as the small forces are heading to the memorandum with momentum, right? So there's new entrants as well as small parties. New entrants, there are so many individual candidates including the this son of Jacob Zuma. What's the name of this son? Zuma, right? Duduzan, right? Yeah, there. Go and check the this guy, the son of Duduzan Zuma, right? Yep. So go Google and check. Ask Google, right? Among them, among of those also ruling party forcing to get a seat in the parliament for the next lead is actually Umkhonto Usizwe, my favorite party. You can also say it's formed and led by ex-president Jacob Zuma. I believe I will support Jacob Zuma, right? So the African Transformation Movement. I don't know who led this one, as well as the Patriotic Alliance of Getting Mackenzie. Is also in the way parliament, right? On the way to the parliament, right? So after a long legal battle, Jacob Zuma himself remains barred from contesting the elections owing to his July 2021 convictions for contempt of courts. However, opinions of memorandum still show Umkhonto Usizwe party is likely to be the biggest challenger to the ANC and the other traditional opposition parties, right? So the party could have ANC support in KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa's most populous province, according to the recent study by the Social Research Foundation think tank. And another question you need to think about: what is the main issue? Among of the issues political parties as well as individual candidates raised, you may ask yourself, what is the main issue, right? I'm going to speak about those issues. And I think so many countries have these kind of issues, right? So the raft of issues is expected to influence voters. Just one day remaining, including among of those issues is sky high unemployment rate, rampant crime, right? So South Africa's unemployment rate currently stands at just under 33%. The highest in the entire world, which I don't believe is the highest in the entire world, because there's so many countries in Africa as well as in Latin America which actually have so many percentage of unemployment, right? So that is particularly a thorn issues, and it has been one of the key issues raised by campaigns. I mean, in the campaigns by many political parties. That professor also said corruption is also among of the major problems, along with crime, particularly rape, which alarming rates in major cities like Joburg as well as Cape Town, the professor said. So the researcher at the Pretoria on the other hand, emphasized that South Africans' energy crisis. I don't know if you've heard, like, in the recent month, South Africa have been, in the crisis of electricity, right? Which has also forced measures such as rationing the electricity and as well as ruling power cuts. So other parties have also been raising the issues of undocumented migrants. I don't know if you've seen my recent video. I've spoke about illegal foreigners, giving an explanation of like how many people do we have in Rwanda, like the people of undocumented migrants, right? Illegal foreigners. Realite nuko uyu munsi ndi kuvuga ibi hari amategeko yashyizweho n'ibiro bishinzwe ingendo ku isi, World Immigration Office. Amategeko avuga ko niba uturuka mu gihugu kimwe ukaba ushaka kujya mu kindi gihugu ugomba kubisabira uburenganzira, wabishaka utabishaka. So other parties as well as individual candidates also raised the issues of illegal foreigners entering the country in South Africa from the neighboring countries, neighboring states like Botswana, Zimbabwe, Namibia, Mozambique, as well as other Asian countries, right? So both professor of the University of South Africa as well as the researcher at the Pretoria also pointed that issues of Israel, which is the ongoing war in Gaza, saying it has also features heavily in campaigns and in public rhetoric, given South Africans' leading role in the genocide cases against Israel at the International Court of Justice, right? Guys, as we are actually waiting, who is going to lead South Africa in the next, is it 5 years or 7 years? 5 years, I think. No, it's not 5 years. Is it 5 years? No, it's actually 7 years, right? Is it Julius Malema? Is it Getton Mackenzie? Is it the Zuma? Is it MK Party? Mkondo sees Jacob Zuma? I don't know. No, he's not going to be among the contestants, right? Is Cyril Ramaphosa going to lead the country again? Julius Malema is also going to. I remember seeing Julius Malema saying that this is my turn. If I'm not going to make it this time, I'm not going to, to stay in the politics forever, right? Yeah. In my point of view, I wish the best for South Africans, my friends, as well as the, across the country. I wish you the best in your elections. I wish the country to have peace. The elections to be in the right hand. Let's not see the corruptions. Let's not see the coup d'etats. Let's not see the fights, people shooting. I know there's so many crimes in Pretoria, in Durban, in Joburg, in Cape Town. Illegal foreigners around. Even the drug dealers around. Yeah, so many issues in South Africa, but I wish you the best. I hope you vote someone who is going to lead the country, who is going to make the country stand out. Even the media. Let media don't just vote someone because of the media, because some people might just inject a lot of money into campaigning, but when you see the actions, I remember hearing the Interlax saying, like, you guys, let's go into actions. Let's just reduce speeches and go into actions in our communities. What kind of challenges can you be able to solve in your communities where you come from? Even the pen with the black pen keeps saying that, just go around the hood, try to find some of the challenges affecting the people around, try to solve that, right? And I believe that South Africans, you will actually see, like, which party do you believe is going to help you to advance in life, as well as trying to solve some of the pressing challenges of the country, affecting the young people, the country's economy, in general. Anyways, my name is Cedric Ishimwe. I'm from Kigali, Rwanda. Consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I love you all. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.